Welcome everyone. Hello, how are you all doing? I am doing a little bit of food prep and I wanted to just make a little video. So I'm preparing our dinner for tonight. Let me take this off before I slop it all up and I have to use it a little bit later. Okay, so we're having tonight some baked potatoes. So what I like to do is have a sweet potato. So this is a pretty large sweet potato, right? So what I like to do is I'll only eat half of this. So I'll bake it, I'll have half, and then tomorrow, either for my lunch or for dinner, I'll have the other half of it. And then my husband doesn't like sweet potatoes, so he gets a regular potato. So I've already washed these, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap them in a paper towel, and I am going to cook those in the microwave a little bit later, but I'm going to get it ready. So let me get some paper towel for that. And so preparing your meals shouldn't be real hard. I mean, sure, you want to meal prep and you want to make things ahead of time. Yes, of course. But when you're having your dinner, you could just make it simple. Like this is simple, right? So you're going to have a baked potato, right? And then let me wrap my sweet potato. So that's ready. So those are ready. So that's all it was to it. To wash the potatoes and to wrap them in a paper towel. Cook them in the microwave. I usually cook them, say for 2 of those, probably it'll take me about 6 or 7 minutes, I'd say. And if it takes a little bit longer because they're a little bit plump, the sweet potato's a little bit plump, then if it's not soft, then you just do it a couple more minutes, right? So then we're also going to have this fish. So I'm going to go ahead and get a pan for that. And now that I will be cooking in, I think I'm going to cook it in my little oven. So that's what I'm going to do because it's just electric and it's just easy and it's just, I like it. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to find a stainless steel pan. So we have a nice clean stainless steel pan. I'm going to get some scissors and I'm also going to get a little bit of olive oil spray. I'm also going to get a little bit of nutritional yeast. Let me find that. Here's one, but I think I have one open right here. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to spray the pan with a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. So a little bit of olive oil spray. So not a whole lot. Then we get some scissors. And one thing, I like to cook the whole package because I've already thawed it out. So I cook the whole package and then that way, oh, the sun's going to come out. Nice. That way I can have a little left over because we won't eat all of this. So there's 2 nice big fillets. See that? So then I'm going to leave it on this plastic here and I'm going to try to keep the juice on there so it doesn't get on my cutting board if I can. I'll just pull it out. I'm going to have to put it at a little bit of an angle and enough room for the other one. And then when you're using raw meats like this, you want to make sure like you wash your scissors and you wipe things down. So we have 2 of those. Then I'm going to go ahead and let me get rid of this here mess. Wash my hands. Okay, then I am going to put on a little bit of nutritional yeast. Just kind of sprinkle it on there. Not a whole lot. So this is nutritional yeast. So I'm going to put a little bit of sprinkle of that on here. Usually we keep it just plain, but this time I wanted just a little bit of another little taste, another flavor, because you can eat it plain so many times and it just gets blah after a while, you know, so you want another little way to eat it. Wash my hands. Okay, perfect. All right, so we have that ready to go, and I'm just going to leave that uncovered when I bake it. So I'm going to go ahead and just get a paper to put over the top. And then I'm also wanting to put on some little herbs. So let me find some herbs that we can apply. Let me see here. Might do a little bit of dill, and I might do a little bit of, let's see here. How about a little, I'm gonna do a little Italian seasoning. Why, I don't know, because I can't use pepper and I can't use the salt, right? So we're just gonna give it just a little bit of hint, just a hint of a little herb, not a whole lot, a little tiny hint. Okay, no salt in that. And then the nutritional yeast has 20 milligrams for a whole tablespoon. I did not even use a teaspoon, I don't think. So doesn't that look amazing? That looks wonderful. So we're gonna go ahead and put on the paper. And then when I get back from my errand, then I will put this in the oven. Okay, so that will be ready. And then the other thing that we're going to be having tonight, I'm going to try these for the first time, some of these soybeans. So they are, for 2/3 of a cup is 100 calories, 5 milligrams of sodium only, 2 grams of sugar, no added sugar, and they have 1.5 milligrams of iron and 9 grams of protein. So they're high in protein. That's what we want. So we could bring some of these to a boil, but I think I'm going to steam them. So I'm going to find a little colander. In there pretty good. Let me see. This is pretty low. I think it'll be all right. So we can get that ready. A little bit of water. So the water isn't coming all the way through the colander. We've got a ways to go, so we can have a little bit more water even. Okay, so this way we don't have to fry them, or we don't have to put any more oil with them. We don't have to put anything else with them, right? So we're gonna go ahead, we have our pan of water at the bottom, we have our colander inside here, and then we're just gonna open this up. We're gonna pour in a few. Quite a few, like that. Find a little clip for this. And then break it up if it's a little clumpy. Okay, so then we have that. So then I'm going to steam these tonight. And of course you could use a little bit of, when you get them done, you could use a little bit of vegan butter if you can have it. I can't have it, so I will refrain from it. But you could do that, or you could put on some little olive oil. You could put on just a little of something, not a lot, not like a whole tablespoon or anything, just like maybe a little hint of it, right? It's maybe a half of a teaspoon or something like that, but not a whole lot. So, and then you could go ahead, or I could go ahead and put some other type of herb on here to get a little bit more flavor if I wanted to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this on the stove. I'm not going to cook right now, but I'm going to get everything ready. So that really helps me out a lot. So I know what I'm going to be cooking. I know what I'm going to be having for dinner tonight. And it just helps out so much when you have some of this stuff in place, right? Sorry about that. I just wanted to wipe up this water here, so I'll have to wash my board and my scissors and my countertop again. Okay. All right. Put those over there. All right. So hopefully that helps you. Now, I've been trying to stay away from so much vegetables. I mean, so much fruits, sorry. So much fruits. But I am going to make us just a little bit of a dessert. I think it just, it really kind of helps have a little something, but not a whole lot, right? Kind of satisfies us for the rest of the evening where we don't want to snack and we don't want to have anything else. So I have this banana here. It's like 3/4 of a banana. And I think I have a half of a peach. Let me see if I can find that. We're going to do a little yogurt maybe. Let me see what all I can find. I have a little bit of a peach. Maybe a couple cherries. Okay, so it won't be a whole lot. So we have just a little bit of a peach. We have a little bit of a banana. We have 2 or 3 little cherries that we can use. We have a little bit of yogurt. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this yogurt and I'm going to put it in a bowl. And then I'm going to get 2 dessert dishes. Like this size, just a little, right? So that size. I'm going to go ahead and put the yogurt in here. Get a spoon. We hadn't had yogurt in the house for a long time, and it's going kind of fast this time because we haven't had it for ages in our house. Okay, so just a little bit. So I would say I probably have about, I don't know if it's a whole cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup, I'd say. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some imitation sugar in here. So I have 2 packages of 0 calorie, I forget which one this is, 0 calorie sugar. I didn't write down the name of it, but that's what we're going to use. So we're going to put that in here. What is on there? Sometimes you get that backdraps. Excuse me. That sugar comes back at you. Okay, so we're whipping this up real nice. All right. So we have that. I'm going to take 1. Ooh, this bowl is cracked. I'm going to get rid of this one and get a different one. Fix that one right away. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to get a cookie, okay? So I like these cookies, these Italian cookies. They are, for 5 of them, it's 140 calories for 5 of them. So we are going to have 1. We're going to have 1, and we're going to kind of just crunch it in the bottom. You can kind of see here what I'm doing. So I'm taking half of this, crunching it in the bottom of this bowl. So we're doing 2 desserts. Scoot this way a little bit. There. And then this one had a little bit more than the other one, so let me... Okay. So we're crunching this in the bottom of the little bowl here. I want it to kind of be equal, okay? All right, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna take this banana, what's left of it, and we are going to find a knife and cut off the end here where we only used half. And I'm gonna slice it up first. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of line the bottom of this bowl. Same thing with the other one, just kind of line the bottom. A little bit of the sides. Okay. Kind of make it even. Cut this one in half because it looks just about even the same. Okay, so we have our 2 little bowls lined like that. We're going to go ahead and take the yogurt and put it in equally. One gets 1 scoop. One gets the other scoop, and we'll try to even it out the best we can so it's have the same amount. Okay, and we'll just kind of spread it around here. So we're each probably getting about a half a cup of yogurt. That's what it comes down to. Pretty close to that. And you can measure this all out exactly, so you can count your calories if you want. As long as you know that you're getting some good nutrition. Okay. Spreading this one. Phone always rings when I'm doing a video. It's probably gonna ring in my house here shortly. Because if they can't get a hold of me, they're like, oh, I'm gonna call the house. Ah! Don't you people know that I'm trying to work too? Okay, so we're gonna do that. And then we have this little peach that we're going to just kind of slice very thin. Okay, and then we're just gonna kind of make some little decoration here. We got 3, and then we got 1 that is just a half. Let's see what we can do. We'll put that in the middle. Put that in the middle of this one. So far, this is what we have. They look amazing. They look pretty good, don't they? All right, and now we're going to do a little cherry. Each get 1 cherry. Okay. These are seeded, so we got to take the seed out. Then we're just going to kind of place this in between. Best we can. And even it up a little Okay. And that's what we have. And then we could also do just a tiny bit of whipped cream. Let me see. Find it easy. Ooh. So this is the Cocoa Whip. This is the Cocoa Whip whipped cream. I'm gonna go ahead and, if I could get it open, I have such a hard time with this stuff. Hands are not that strong. And it's cold. Holy mackerel. How many calories did I burn just trying to open that up? All right, so I'm going to take this same spoon and I'm just going to give us each a little tiny scoop. Something like that. Maybe a tablespoon. And that's all you need to have a little satisfying dessert. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer while we wait until after our dinner. Told you the phone was going to ring, didn't I? Always. Just have to wait. Okay. Put back our cookies. And then I can show you how delicious that looks, right? Amazing, right? So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight, and you can see how little time it took, how very fast that everything just kind of come together. So then once I cook, I'll put my meat on and my potatoes on at the same time, and then I'll steam off my my beans, my soybeans, and then we have it. And then a little bit later, we'll have a little dessert. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what I share here, go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you around, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.